Shabbat Shalom. Beginning this week and continuing over the next several weeks, the Torah describes in great detail a number of sins committed by the Jewish people. Some of these sins involve greed and cravenness, like the story of the quail that we read about in this week's Parsha, while others represent outright rebellions against God and Moshe, like the incident involving Aaron and Miriam that we read about this week, or the story of the spies, which we'll read about next week. But why does the Torah dedicate so much time to telling these stories? And not just in Sefer Bamidbar, also in Sefer Dvarim. Moshe will summarize and tell these stories again to the Jewish people before we're about to enter into the land of Israel. At the beginning of the Parsha, the Torah tells us about a number of laws related to the Levium. And the famed Hasidic commentator, the Shemi Shmuel, notices there that a moon, an imperfection, doesn't disqualify a Levi from serving in the Beit HaMikdash, from serving the temple, in the same way it disqualifies a Kohen. And according to the Shemi Shmuel, that's because the service of a Kohen is fundamentally different from that of a Levi. A Kohen, he says, draws down from above to below. And that is why they have to be as perfect as possible. They connect God with the earth. But a Levi is really there to do the opposite, to connect below to above, to inspire the Jewish people to reach upwards and want to grow. And that's why a Levi doesn't have to be perfect. Because when one is cognizant of their failings and shortcomings and imperfections, it should inspire them to more growth. When we read about all of the failures of the Jewish people in the Midbar, all of their shortcomings and imperfections, it should inspire us to grow and to want to do better in the future. And when we think about our shortcomings, both as individuals and as a community, when we become aware of them, they too should inspire us to future growth. Shabbat Shalom.